Welcome to the Creative Brew, helping you keep your creative juices brewing. We're giving out chunks of insight, motivation, and practicality for your creative journey. If you're a creator, athlete, or entrepreneur, luck can only get you so far. Having the right skill sets are critical in your success. All Skill No Luck makes handcrafted, custom designed flannel wear, made in the United States and based here right in Oceanside, California. They pride themselves on quality, creativity, and attitude. The perfect brand for the Creative Brew. Use promo code CreativeBrew10 and get 10% off and free shipping within the United States. You can check them out at allskillnoluck.com. My next partner is Elevate Coffee Trading, and if you appreciate specialty coffee, enjoy outdoor adventure, and love helping elevate the lives of children around the world, then you're going to love Elevate Coffee Trading. Their mission is to extract hope through love, coffee, and adventures. There's free shipping in the United States, and every bag of coffee helps sponsor health and education for children in coffee-producing countries and in areas of need in the United States. You can use promo code Elevate21 on your next order, and you can follow their journey on social media at Elevate Coffee Trading. Or you can visit online at elevatecoffeetrading.com, and let's start extracting hope together. Hey, this show is brought to you by Tennessee Grappling Apparel, based out of the Knoxville area. Lifestyle wear for the modern wrestler or grappler. Use the promo code CB10 on your next purchase at TennesseeGrapplingApparel.com. The new episode of the Creative Brew today. First of all, thank you for everyone that's been able to share, comment, subscribe to the podcast. I'm always appreciative. Thank you for all the gratitude, all the really all the feedback I've been getting on the podcast. It helps me to know that I'm going the right direction. Sometimes, with the podcast, and you just never know. You just keep putting out episodes and hoping that someone connects with it in some form or fashion. So yeah, getting that feedback, getting that validation to know, hey, look, I am going the right direction. I'm always appreciative, and like I said, with your support, that helps me to be out to go out and help support other events that's going on. It could be creative events, it could be a variety of different things that go on, especially in North County and the San Diego area. But I would love to go mobile with this. Like I said, I do. I am getting the travel bug, so I do love going to various places and checking out the arts and culture scene and checking out coffee shops and just different breweries and trying out the food and getting to share stories. I think that's something that we miss a lot is being able to share stories and being able to connect and create relationships. For the amount of technology we have, we find ourselves being more disconnected. Um, going out and being able to share and learn from other people's perspectives, I think that's something that's really that I've really been interested in as of late. I've been traveling, and so the more that you go, and I really feel like the more that you go and experience different places and see different things, the more you want to connect with more and more people and understand that we're on a big planet. There's a lot of people, a lot of different perspectives, a lot of different backgrounds, and at the same time too, a lot of different gifts and abilities that maybe someone that especially if you're in the creative space like me, knowing that you can learn from another designer or illustrator um, or anybody that's in the arts, knowing that you can um, learn from other people. I think that's one of the most um, I think it's one of the great things about just being on this planet is knowing there's such a diverse amount of people that we can learn from. That's if we if we're open to that, if we choose to. Um, but today, what was on my mind is, and this is more of a mindset thing, but it talked about really talking about water seeks its own level. And what this goes back to is that water, just from a scientific law, um, based off of the I'm just paraphrasing this right, based off of the gravity plus the atmospheric pressure, because water is just based off of height alone. It will seek its own level. So, likewise, if you can relating to us, you know, we will seek and what this pretty much means that we will seek our own level. That could be in business, that could be in relationships, ideals, overall health. I mean, even if you like take asset, start right now as far as just people that you talk to, that you communicate with, and surely enough, everyone tends to have little commonalities between each other. We talk about you're the average of the five people uh, that you talk to, that you communicate with. This is pretty much going back to really the same concept, is knowing that we gravitate towards our own level, towards our own personal level. And if you're looking to perhaps, connect with other people, you may have to start raising your level a little bit. Sometimes that can be scary. Sometimes that you got people, and what happens a lot of times is that the pressure, and the gravity, it will make you it will pull you down to the level that you're comfortable with. So going back, we can say, hey, we want to do this, or we want to meet these people, but in our hearts or subconsciously, we find ourselves being comfortable with the people that we're comfortable with. And sometimes that can be people that's not conducive to us, but it's comfortable. And it's something that we I think from a subconscious standpoint, we drop down to that level. So it can be hard. It's hard. It's uncomfortable to raise your level a little bit, to get out of your comfort zone, to be able to connect and meet with people that you may or may not have no commonalities with. But sooner or later, the more that you start to mingle, the more that you start to talk with people, even dealing with high level people, or maybe if you're in the athletics, space, dealing with high level leaders, high level coaches, athletes, they start to rub off on you. I mean, you see it all the time with people that train together. They may not be as good as the top person in the world, but I guarantee you their level is higher than yours. So it's one of those where you have to figure out ways of getting out of your comfort zone to raise your level, to say, what, if I'm wanting to be at this level, I've got to get out of my rut. I've got to figure out things. I've got to be willing to be open enough to say, what, I still have more room to grow, more things to learn. Um, and sometimes it can be not being the smartest person in the room. I think we have to be willing to admit that. Sometimes we, especially now, we feel like we need to be, the smartest person, or the most talented person, and really that's not even the case. I go back to even, and I am, my foundation is in art and creativity, but the masters, Michelangelo, Da Vinci, Raphael, all those people, you know, they they pretty much conversed with each other. With the Renaissance period, it was a lot of different artists, thinkers, high level thinkers that was, they was just is like a mingling of ideals. No, you see it through the course of history. You see it in the 60s. No, you see it in various periods of our time where you had a lot of like a group, like a mastermind group of thinkers, of creators that was um, pretty much commingling with ideals and throwing things back and forth. Even some of the greatest writers in history. I mean, movie writers. You think of Spielberg, George Lucas, even C.K. Rowling. Um, no, I'm sorry, not C.K. Rowling, but C.C. Lewis. All those people. Movies that we see now, Star Wars. Um, all these incredible movies that that's came out. They were in a group together, talking and throwing out ideas with each other. Figuring out what's working, what's not working. And in order to do that, in order to raise your level, you're going to have to deal with people that will push you to get to that level, that will push you up to exceed that level. When we get into our comfort zone, we tend to, we get into our comfort zone. That's when things start pulling at us. That's when things the pressure and the gravity starts to pull down on us on a daily basis. You know, we succumb to things knowing that we could rise up. We settle for certain things. Maybe we settle for the people that we're around, knowing that you may be. And I really feel like that you're built for more. Maybe you're looking to get around those people that will raise your thinking, that'll raise the way that you see life, to raise the way that you see yourself. you know I think sometimes we feel like we get on this lone island of feeling like, hey, we can do this by ourselves. And I know I'm starting to learn, no, you can't do it by yourself. You have to have people that you can throw ideas with, people that's going to help rise you up. Now, I'm not gonna say don't throw your ideals to someone that wants to pull you down, because they will pull you down. Deal with someone that's maybe on a higher level, that's on a little bit higher level than you, that's operating at a higher level, and see how they operate, see how they think, see maybe how they see their problems. Maybe they see their problems as more of just creative ways of getting out of things, as opposed to maybe the way we think about problems. Maybe we think about problems as like, oh, I'm never going to do this, or this is in the way. Maybe someone that's thinking on a higher level, maybe they see that problem as as just a sidestep. They see it as a game. They see it as some kind of just hurdle that they know that, hey, it's part of the game. Those things just I think those things to consider. If um think about, write it down. Who are the people that's in your corner? Write it down. See how they think, and really think about this. How do they operate on a given day, week? How do they respond to certain things? How do they respond to challenges? How do they, do they jot down ideals? Are they constantly figuring out ways of growing themselves? Maybe if you throw an ideal out at them, maybe they're like, hey, this is impossible. You can't do it. Or maybe you want to get around people that are thinking at a higher level, that are operating at a pace to where they want to see solutions. They're looking to create solutions. They're executing on ideals. See how they think, see how they operate, see how they talk. See how they wake up. During the course of the week. I guarantee you see a lot of these, high level people, and I know I'm gonna say all of them's got, incredible habits, but just take notice. I mean, even the people that you aspire towards, see how what are their habits. How do they make time to work on ideals, to create? Do they make time to make sure they get their exercise in, make sure they get their mind right, their spirit right? Um, how their relationships, everything. See how people operate. What are they talking about? What do they talk about when they're just conversating? They just talk about sports. And I'm not gonna say I love sports, and that's awesome. But sometimes you're gonna have friends that's gonna be like, hey, look, this is my sports friends, this is all we talk about, and that's it. Then you're gonna have those friends, you're gonna have those people that hey, I'm wanting to talk about higher level ideals. What could we what could we create, or what could society be, what could this planet be? When people start thinking on those terms, and they're wanting to figure out ways of creating new ideals or solutions. um, that's where you start to rise up. That's where you start to gravitate um, towards a different mode of thinking. Water will always seek its own level. We can say we want something. We can say, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. But our subconscious habits is powerful. Our habits are powerful, and our body will say no. It will pull us down to our level, and to the level that we're comfortable with. And if we're comfortable with negative people, that's what we get. Low quality people hang out with low quality people. You'll notice high quality people hang out with high quality people. You'll see it. Sometimes that can be the hard truth at times. Sometimes we can um, want to change someone for the better, but odds are actually happens. It actually goes in reverse. From a scientific standpoint, stress, negativity, that is literally contagious. You can be the most positive person in the room, and you can get around a negative person, or actually a group of negative people. Odds are you'll end up being the next negative person. And if you really want to get specific, it actually takes 12 positive affirmations to override one negative. So that's how powerful negativity could be. So you have to get around people that, on a day in, day out basis, are trying to figure out ways of uplifting people, trying to figure out ways of creating new ideals, of creating things that's not only going to help us, but help, our families, help society, help the planet. Get around people that no, you automatically feel their energy. You know that, hey, look, because I'm in this person's presence, um, I am making myself better. Get around those type of people. You know who they are. Start seeing how they, what they say, how they operate. And I'm not gonna say everyone's perfect. Everybody has their little quirks and flaws. That's just part of being human. That's this life. But you will notice that people that's in a at a higher level, that's in a growth mindset, they will figure out ways of, you know obviously acknowledging what their weaknesses are, but they will work on them day in and day out. Or you can stay around people that are just comfortable in their misery. That's just comfortable saying, you know what, you know it's another day, it's another Tuesday. If you're listening to this show, I know that you're looking for something better. I know you're wanting to get around something, get around high level people. You're wanting to get around growth minded people. You're wanting to get around people that you can, throw and mix ideals with, and see what actually is possible. That's if you're listening to the show. But that's what I got today. Something to think about for this week is that water will seek its own level. It is a, it is a universal law. It will. You never see water going uphill. Water always go downhill. It always runs downhill, and it will seek its own level. Likewise with you, who are you seeking? Who are the people that you're actually seeking? Don't let gravity pull you down to the lowest common denominator. Don't let it pull you down to low quality people. Do all the work necessary. Do the things necessary in order to get around people that's going to help keep you up at a certain level. That's going to push you up, because there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of things that will pull you down. So you need to get around those people that's going to help uplift you. That's going to keep you rising up, and at the same time, it rises everyone up. That's the only thing we can do. Keep going forward. Keep um, going along. Keep trucking on that creative journey. Understand that hey, you're gonna have your successes. You're gonna have your challenges. That's part of it. But I know you'll keep going. I know you can do it. So that's what I got today. Hey, you know what? Shoot. Hey, quick shout out, big He-Man fan. Um, Sometimes you gotta tell yourself, hey, I have the power. You got it. Connect around people that's going to give you the power that you need to go forward. Get around those people. You know who they are. Don't stay around people that's going to keep you pulled down to the lowest common denominator. That's going to keep you pulled down to the lowest level. People want you to stay comfortable. There's people that want to see you stay down there because it makes them comfortable. It starts to rattle people whenever you start to want to raise your level up. It rattles people. That's a good thing. It may rattle yourself. Who knows? But that's what I got today. So there's different ways of supporting the show. You can go to you can actually support the show at www.buymeacoffee.com/, the Creative Brew. And for the price of a cup of coffee, $5, you can support the show. Um, Everything helps. And like I said, I appreciate people that's been supporters of the show, either through advertising, through the weekly shout outs, or through the membership page. There's a lot of little things I'm wanting to do. Actually, a lot of things I'm wanting to do. So, especially with the show, but this audience, you people that's listening right now, you keep it going, and I appreciate it. And we're on this creative journey together. So, um, that's what I got today. Um, Once again, hey, this is the Creative Brew. Be creative, stay inspired.